Welcome to this week's episode of Mohawk Valley Living TV. Today we are headed to meet up with Mike Crossley, the roofing king, at one of the amazing projects he's working on. Plus, Dr. Juleen Qandah and Heather Evans from the American Heart Association are here to talk about CPR.
So are you okay? Are you okay? Carrie, call 911. Juleen, you start compressions. I'll get the AED.
Welcome back to Mohawk Valley Living TV. Today I'm here with Mike Crossley, the roofing king in Clinton, in a tundra of wind.
Yes, we're about to get blown right off the site, yeah.
We are, but your guys are up there and they're stable. And
Stuck
they're
to that dang thing like you wouldn't imagine.
I love it. What are we doing here? It's a beautiful home.
Beautiful home, yes.
Okay.
This is one of my longtime customers' mother's house. We're doing her house that's right down the road, a couple down. Beautiful. It was built in I guess it was about 65 or so.
Okay.
On a beautiful lot.
I mean, this whole area is gorgeous. There's so much property.
It's very nice up here over
that
top
you
of
have to mow, but still, it's gorgeous.
Nope, not for me. Not for me.
Yes, I mean, what color is this? You mentioned it before.
This is called driftwood. Okay. Very good color that pulls out tans and stuff like that on the home, like this one. Yeah. It's got a little variation of like all kinds of colors in it, but it's on the lower, kind of brownish, grayish, scale.
It's a pretty color.
It's very nice, yes.
Owens Corning, we've got that guarantee, which is incredible.
Of course.
When did you guys start this project?
Oh, let's see. I was here at 5:30 this morning and the guys got here at 6:30.
So demo started at 6:30.
Yes. And
when will they be done? Like when's project completion complete?
My guys don't care how long they work. It all depends on the neighborhood that we're in and if the customer, I don't want to interrupt the customer at all. Right. But they'll put headlamps on. They'll keep going.
Wow. So this could be done tonight?
Possibly.
All right.
It would be nice for our schedule.
It would be nice.
Because it's going to put me behind.
You have to use those beautiful days.
Yes,
right?
we do. We have, yes, another beautiful day here, and we're happy to take care of them.
That's great. And then the next project's 2 down the street.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And same thing. What color did she go with?
She went with, let's see, she has 2 projects for us. We're doing her barn in the back.
Wow.
Which is going to be onyx black. And she has all her horses and everything like that back there, which is nice. And on their house, they're doing a slate gray.
Wow.
Nice
so
gray.
It's going to be that nice complement.
Nice complement to a white house. Very good color to a white house. That and onyx black.
Yeah. Yep. So I love what we did at my office.
Oh yes.
We did the slate stone, but then we did the black metal.
Yes,
so it is that nice contrast, and we're going for the white.
It looks superb. Yes, I love the metal accents. Yes.
Once we get it all done, we're going to go back so we can see the roof and the siding and everything else.
Well, I'll come by and we'll put it together.
Perfect.
I'd be happy to.
So this just keeps on going, project day after day. You guys are getting it done.
Every day, all through the season. My whole season is packed already.
Wow.
And we still have estimates that I go to. I went to 7 today. I still have 4 more to do after this, but we just pound.
And you're still booking jobs, and you'll go into the season as long as you can, right? As long as weather permits.
We usually keep going until the season says
October, November, right? Yeah. I mean, we're going into that time frame.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is terrific.
But we try to get as much done as we can. Yeah. Last week we were doing 3 roofs a day. We pounded them out. I've got over 4 or 5 crews that work for me. And I treat them like gold. And they do a great job, and I expect a great job.
Yeah, I know you do. You have high standards. I will tell you something someone told me a while ago was that after her roofing project, not a nail, not anything, nothing other. I can attest, my office, there is nothing. There's nothing in the grass. There was nothing left in the driveway. Immaculate cleanup. But that's, you treat your people well.
Right.
They take care of the house and they respect it, right?
Yes, they love it. I keep them updated. Yep, I keep them updated during this whole process of them coming in, to get a trailer. They all know ahead of time. It's no at the last moment stuff. It's a big old chess match, and that's how you're supposed to handle life.
I love it. I mean, you're taking care of your customers, your clients. They have kids, they have animals, dogs running around.
Everything.
you don't want stray nails or anything else
Try
out
our
there,
best, yes.
and your team
Got a
does
mower that's going to go
fantastic.
over that bad bite too.
Yeah.
Afterwards, okay?
Yeah,
You know what I
so
mean?
I will say thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
And for just your attention to detail is amazing. So.
My only downfall is our scheduling. I'm so sorry.
But you know what?
But I
You
try
gotta-
my best.
Yeah, you got to get it in, and you use every beautiful day, like you
Yes.
said with this, doing 3 a day. It's
Yep, and I
it's
ask
amazing.
for just a little bit of patience. That's all. We will get there. I'd rather have you have a beautiful roof and have everything perfect. You ain't got to worry about nothing down the road than to the alternatives that we have.
Yeah.
Okay?
So still doing estimates. So anyone that is interested, give a call. We'll have the number up.
Absolutely.
Get you out there, get the estimate, get on the
Absolutely.
schedule.
I'll treat them like gold.
Love it. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Very welcome.
Another great job. Can't
Love
wait to
it.
see the finished product.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Mike. Coming up, I sit down with Dr. Juleen Qandah and Heather Evans of the American Heart Association.
Hi everyone, my name is Danielle Padula and I'm inviting all of you to join us for the 26-27 Broadway Utica Adirondack Bank season. It's a lineup you won't want to miss. 6 amazing titles, 1 unbelievable experience.
We are proud to announce our Adirondack Bank 2026-2027 season. Here we go, Utica. This is your season. Join us downtown and be part of something unforgettable. Visit BroadwayUtica.org to join our league.
A fence is an important investment. It defines your space, provides security, and reflects on the pride you take in your property. At B&K Fencing, we just don't install fences, we build solutions. We take a hands-on approach with every client. Our commitment is to superior craftsmanship and durable materials. Whether it's classic wood, low-maintenance vinyl, secure chain link, or elegant aluminum, quality is non-negotiable. We ensure that every project, large to small, is built right, built to last, and delivered at a fair price. That's the standard we uphold at B&K Fencing.
We are strategic. Want to know what we do? It's simple. We help you live your great life. That means great financial planning, straightforward investment strategies, and guidance when life throws a curveball. Retirement, college, taxes, and big decisions. Spend less time worrying and more time living. Strategic, life by design.
Father's Day gets me thinking of all the ways dads take care of the home.
And when it comes to home improvement, choosing the right contractor matters. That's why at New York Sash, we deliver worry-free remodeling every step of the way. Father's Day is coming. Why not give the gift of a window, bath, or door upgrade?
And when you schedule your project during our Father's Day sale, you'll receive 20% off, plus a free Ring video doorbell in our showroom only. New York Sash. Let our family take care of your family.
Okay, it's all fixed. No new parts, under an hour, no charge.
I don't want to make any decisions right now.
Don't worry about it. It's no charge.
Now, I really can't make a decision like this without talking to my wife. But I will decline the charges.
Sir, there's still no charge. You have a good night.
The green team doesn't sell, they solve. For unexpected wins, get on the green with Standard.
Wait, you didn't even ask for my email address.
I had been lifting something heavy, felt a tinge in my back. I also had some shortness of breath, but thought it was due to what I figured was some kind of muscle pull. I was wrong.
The episodes of pain that Ray was experiencing were actually small heart attacks. The Wynn Emergency Department was able to provide immediate life-saving care to Ray's heart.
If it wasn't for the amazing team at Wynn, I might not be here at all. I feel indebted to everyone who helped make Wynn Hospital a reality so I can get the immediate care I needed right when I needed it.
Thank you for giving my daddy back home.
Welcome back to Mohawk Valley Living TV. Today I'm here with MVL Health Editor Dr. Juleen Qandah.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
And Heather Evans, Executive Director of the American Heart Association.
I'm in
Mohawk
privileged
Valley.
company here. I really
We're
appreciate
so excited
this.
to have you as
Thank
our
you.
guest. I love having both of you back on the show to really educate our viewers. And this month, Dr. Qandah, we had AED and CPR, something super important, which I actually, thankfully to Heather, got to do last summer at an event and got to practice on one of our little dummies.
One of our little
have
friends
here.
that we have, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to call them dummies, right? So if you could both just tell me, I guess, Dr. Qandah, from your position at the hospital working in the emergency room, right? What are the warning signs? Are there warning signs? And maybe let's talk, both of you, about the difference between a heart attack and cardiac arrest.
I think that's a great place to start.
Right?
Yes. So warning signs, there may not be any warning signs. Someone may have a heart arrhythmia and they may go into cardiac arrest and just pass out and collapse. And there may be no warning sign. It may happen in a matter of seconds. If the cardiac arrest, which we know is electrical activity has gone haywire, or there's no electrical activity in the heart, you know, it can be caused by a heart attack, like let's say a blocked coronary artery, but it may not be. So there are other things that cause cardiac arrest. So if it is caused by a heart attack, the person may have, you know, chest pain or angina or difficulty breathing or fatigue or vomiting or sweating. So those could be warning signs, or they may just feel like lightheaded, dizzy, and they feel like they're going to faint. That can be an arrhythmia beginning.
And
right
that can happen moments before you actually have cardiac arrest.
Correct.
Right? So I know, Heather, you obviously are very involved with the community of survivors. And some of the stories I've heard personally and through you is that, you know, we had someone locally who was in church, said, I don't feel well, and
that was it. Yep.
That was
and
it.
I will invoke her name because she'll be so pleased to hear it on this segment. But Ann Ferner is a survivor with whom I'm very close, who did have a cardiac arrest right in New York Mills at her church. And luckily she was at a mass where there happened to be some people who knew how to do CPR, and they had that extraordinary power just in their hands. They performed compressions for 15 minutes. There was a nurse practitioner, an EMS, and a firefighter there, so they also added breaths. And they were able to sustain her until the ambulance arrived, which was 15 minutes later, as I said. So she lives to tell about it, but the way she says it is she was standing in church completely normal. She had had a checkup the day before. She looked at her husband and said, I don't feel well. And then that was it. And that's how quickly it can happen, and that's why this conversation is so important, because you can't wait for the emergency responders to arrive. You have to take action.
So I'm going to ask, as someone who, you know, when someone faints or passes out, my first concern would be, was it cardiac arrest, or did they just faint? And what if I can't feel their pulse, right? How do I know their heart stopped? What do you do in that case?
So that's a very good question, and I wanted to, you know, mention what Heather talked about with Ann is she was at church, so there may have been 100 people there, but most of the time this happens like at home. So you may be just with the family member by yourself, and you're right. So that, I think, scares a lot of people as they say, I don't know if the person is breathing, I don't know if they're having a pulse because I can't feel it, it's too weak. If that's the case, just go for it.
Right.
Okay.
Our favorite thing that happens in the ER is when a patient passes out and the family member or bystander can't feel the pulse, and maybe, you know, when people pass out, they faint, so they might what we call vasovagal down. Their heart rate may get so slow where they lose their blood pressure and they lose, you know, both sides of their brain getting perfused, and that's when the brain shuts down momentarily and people faint. And then they fall to the ground because they lose their postural tone in their body. So even when that happens, you know, the pulse may be so low or faint or weak that you can't feel it. And if that person isn't coming around within seconds and they're not breathing properly, just start CPR.
Okay.
Like I said, our favorite thing is when, you know, bystanders start CPR and the patient wakes up. Those are the best
A couple of cracked ribs is better than not starting it, right?
That's what I was going to say. Anybody would be happy for a cracked rib at that point. And you know, we have the benefit here of having a medical professional, a physician who knows how to feel for a pulse and knows how to check for all those indicators. But a lay person like yourself or myself, just
Very
out in the
challenging.
community,
And under
we don't
stress,
want
in a stressful situation.
So we don't
checking.
we don't even want people to start thinking about that. We want them to follow those two very easy steps. Call 911 and start compressions. Don't worry about, can I feel a pulse? Did I feel a pulse? Let me feel here. Let me feel here.
And the
spending all
pass
this
out,
time.
When someone passes out, you're saying they come to pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. If it's passing out where it's something that's just transient and easily reversible, within moments of laying down horizontal where blood can start flowing back to their brain, they're going to come around.
Okay.
But so I would say within seconds, if that person is not waking up, just go for it. And, yeah.
You know, many of us, hopefully, the people that are listening, don't have a personal story like this. They don't know someone that this has happened to. But to Juleen's point, this is a problem. 350,000 people in the U.S. every year have a cardiac arrest outside of the hospital. and 90% of those don't survive. So if we can have one person in every household, or ideally at least two, ready to go, and you know, Juleen and I both have children, you have children, this is a skill that kids can learn as well.
Yes, children absolutely can do it. And I think that's, you know, I think that for the public, I think, you know, I want to mention that the chain of survival starts with the person who recognizes the cardiac arrest and calls 911, grabs the AED, and if you don't have an AED at home, most people do not, just start chest compressions after you've called 911 or while you have your phone on your shoulder.
If they have to talk you through it, but we all know staying alive, baby shark, these are kind of, how many beats per minute do you want to make sure you're doing?
110 to 120. I like to tell people 120 because I know I'm not going to stay right that fast, but I want to strive for that sort of speed. And it's about being deep too, which confuses people. We say 2 to 2.5 inches deep. People say, how do I measure that?
Right.
It's a feel, and that's why having this opportunity to do these skills practice gives people that muscle memory so that when they're in that high pressure situation, hopefully they don't think, they just respond.
And again, the education you're doing in the community with your board members and your staff members for schools, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, all of those things really
Weight
creates,
Watchers,
we talk
retirement
about it,
communities.
It's that army of lifesavers, right? Creating
Correct.
that. So what I'd love to do is cut here and then come back and let's put it into action. Let's do it.
That sounds great. Thank you. So are you okay? Are you okay? Carrie, call 911. Juleen, you start compressions. I'll get the AED.
We know pools. Garrity Pools and Spa are the experts in building and creating backyard memories for thousands of families. Garrity takes pride in offering only the highest quality in-ground Pacific pool and radiant above-ground pools that are built for upstate New York weather. Garrity offers only the best with BioGuard chemicals to keep your pool sparkling clean. Visit the professionals at Garrity Pools and Spa, 234 South Caroline Street, Herkimer, or GarrityPools.com.
Okay, here's the estimate for your new HVAC system. Whenever you're ready, you can sign right here.
I'll need my lawyer to look over this.
Looks good. No issues.
What about the fine print?
There is no fine print.
What's this, a $3,000 charge?
That's a credit. You get that.
Correct. That's a credit through the state.
Well, what should I do?
Sign here.
For unexpected wins, get on the green with Standard.
You know I'm still billing you for this, right?
Before you're playing with the pros, you've got to get your start somewhere.
The Steve Ponte Auto Group is proud to support our local and youth sports organizations throughout the area. Supporting our teams that our families live, play, and coach at is so meaningful to us.
From Little League Baseball to basketball, flag football to hockey, and the Boilermaker Road Race, the Steve Ponte Auto Group is proud to support local sports and foster the love of the game and teamwork.
Visit our website today and learn more about our community involvement.
Hear ye! Welcome roofing royalty to your home. The King awaits with bountiful savings. The Roofing King can help you with all your roofing needs. The Roofing King and all his men have the royal plan with perfect installs, maintenance, repairs, and free inspections. Call 315-269-3519 or visit roofingkingusa.com today. Save yourself time and money with your roofing professionals, the Roofing King.
Father's Day gets me thinking of all the ways dads take care of the home.
And when it comes to home improvement, choosing the right contractor matters. That's why at New York Sash, we deliver worry-free remodeling every step of the way. Father's Day is coming. Why not give the gift of a window, bath, or door upgrade?
And when you schedule your project during our Father's Day sale, you'll receive 20% off, plus a free Ring video doorbell in our showroom only. New York Sash. Let our family take care of your family.
It's here, the only robotic GPS in the state outside of New York City. The Excelsius GPS. No need to travel to the big cities. The best technology is right here at Central New York Brain and Spine Neurosurgery. The Excelsius GPS provides a safer and more precise surgery with better outcomes for you. Improved accuracy, less time under anesthesia, and incisions are reduced to only millimeters. For world-class care and the latest technology, call Central New York Brain and Spine Neurosurgery, where Dr. Q cares about you.
Welcome back to Mohawk Valley Living TV. We're back here with Dr. Juleen Qandah and Heather Evans from the American Heart Association, and we are going to put this into action so our viewers know if they're ever, in a situation or they encounter someone who has passed out, there's no pulse, they think there's no pulse, they know what to do.
Yes.
So, Heather, someone's on the ground.
Someone's on the ground.
Dr. Qandah, what are we doing?
The first thing we want to do is check if that person is responsive. We recommend giving them a good shake. Are you okay? Are you okay? And really being firm about it. So, are you okay? Are you okay? Again, as we talked about before, I'm not expecting a bystander to check for a pulse. We're really doing this very quick and easy. Every minute that someone's without their heart pumping, their brain is dying 10% of it. So we want to move fast. So are you okay? Are you okay? When there's no response, you're going to be very firm. Carrie, call 911. Juleen, you start compressions. I'll get the AED. Now Juleen's going to lean over and she's going to try to do 120 beats per minute compressions in the center of the chest, about 2 inches deep. While she's doing that, Carrie's calling 911. And I'd like to take a second, Juleen, to ask you to stop and talk about, from a medical perspective, when Carrie's on the phone with 911, what's happening? What's being put into action?
So that starts the chain. So first the person who recognizes the cardiac arrest, and then the medical chain begins there. The 911 operator will say, is this person responsive? No, they're not awake. Okay, continue CPR. Do you feel anything? Pulse? They may ask you that, and that's okay if they...
And they might stay on the phone. I might put them on speakerphone so you can hear if you need instructions, that type of thing.
And we know while they're talking to you, the first few seconds, they're calling an ambulance. Immediately, lights and sirens.
Okay.
And then as soon as that ambulance arrives, they're going to contact the ER, the hospital. They're going to tell us, hey, we have a cardiac arrest coming in, ETA 10 minutes. And we all get ready. We all flock to the room. We have all the equipment ready for intubation, for ACLS, for everything, all set to go. So that starts everything. You have to call 911 first.
So one thing I want to ask, if there are several people there, how long, obviously you're a physician, you're in great shape, how long can an average person keep going? And at what point do you need to say, all right, tag
Switch
you
out.
in? Yeah.
Right.
Does that happen? It seems like it happened with Ann Ferner.
It did, and I think that's a great point. You can tag someone in. As people are seeing, this is a very transferable skill. Juleen could very easily say, Carrie, interlace your hands and press with the heel of your palm and sing Baby Shark.
And get a minute to, right.
Exactly, because the average ambulance response time in Oneida County is about 8 minutes. That is a long time to do chest compressions. You may hear weird sounds when you do chest compressions. People often have a broken rib or two, right?
You could hear a crack.
I know Ann had several. And I want to reassure people that you're protected. You are protected for doing the best you can to save a life. We don't want hesitation when you go to save someone's life. We don't want to worry if it's a woman and you're protecting their modesty, which we see as an issue. We don't want to worry about putting our mouth on people for germs. We are just doing compressions and taking over the job of the heart with pumping that blood.
Okay.
Yes, because about 20 years ago, American Heart Association said hands-only CPR is better than nothing. So unless it's respiratory arrest, like let's say a drowning, for instance, or someone who has severe COPD or asthma where they stop breathing and then that causes their cardiac arrest, other than that, just hands-only CPR. Hard, fast, 2 to 2.5 inches like you mentioned, and just get started.
So as we're doing that, if we're in a location, a school, a church, or somewhere else that has a portable AED, what happens next?
So an AED, to your point, is available in a lot of public access locations, whether it's a school, they have them at the thruway rest areas now. So in this scenario, you're on the phone with 911, Juleen is doing compressions, and I come running back with our AED. AEDs are fairly consistent. There's a lot of different models, but as you can see on this little cardboard mock-up, there's always going to be a power button and there's going to be a shock button. Now what I love about an AED, and I wonder what your perspective is, Juleen, but I believe it takes over for the person that is the bystander. It becomes their brain. Like all of a sudden you just listen to what the AED tells you. So with an AED, shirt has to be off. And this is where we see some reluctance too, sometimes with people. It's a stranger you've come across. You don't want to pull their shirt over their head.
It does not matter, though.
It
You're saving someone's life.
That stranger would rather be alive, trust me,
exactly,
than care about anyone seeing their breasts, having a couple broken ribs, having permanent brain damage, being in a vegetative state. They would rather have an exposure.
Exactly. So think fast and let the AED take over for you. Every AED comes with 2 pads. They are going to go diagonally across the chest. So one's going to be in the top right, and the other one's going to be in the bottom left. You don't have to remember that. It's pictured on the pads on every AED.
So on a woman, one above the right breast, one below the left breast.
Yes. Correct.
Typically.
Now, our little friend here is a little smaller than the normal torso, but in theory, we would put it here and put those pads on. There's a sticky on the back. We go ahead and stick those on. We turn the AED on, and at that moment, the AED takes over for us. It reads that rhythm. We don't have to read that rhythm.
So it's going to tell us.
Touch the patient.
Okay.
Right.
And it's going to tell us that there's no heartbeat, obviously, right, in this case.
And it's going to tell us if there's a shockable rhythm. So in this case, it says shock advised.
Charging.
And we would go ahead, there's a little lightning bolt button, and we would deliver that shock.
Now. Press the orange button now. Shock delivered.
Okay.
Begin
So it's
CPR.
Now we're doing compressions.
And we're back to compressions.
Do we leave them on there while we're doing compressions?
Yes.
Because we may
question.
be
You may have to
pressing it
shock
again.
again. Yes.
Is it going to monitor while, like this type of unit, while we're doing chest compressions, is it going to monitor and say,
It will.
do it again?
Yes.
Okay.
And it will remind you to stand clear again, too. So
Okay.
it'll say stop compressions. Some devices have a pad that's kind of connected in the middle by a little tether, so it's one unit with two pads. With a bullseye that tells you press here, which is great. But when we talk about where to press, when we talk about pressing on the sternum, some people don't exactly know what that is, but that's your breastbone. That's that hard bone that you feel if you're a woman between your breasts, if you're a man kind of between your pecs, that's where we're going to press because your heart is right behind there.
That's amazing.
Do want to make one more point too. Right now our patient, our bystander, this gentleman, this stranger we've come across, is on the ground. If we were to be home, and someone has a cardiac arrest and they land on the bed. The first thing we want to do is pull them to a hard surface, pull them down to the floor. Otherwise, we'll be working against ourselves.
You cannot do adequate chest compressions if you don't have a hard back against their back.
Okay.
Yep. So if it is a shockable rhythm, the AED will shock it. And then immediately, you don't wait to check for pulse or wait for them to wake up or anything. You immediately resume chest compressions again.
23,000 children die from sudden cardiac arrest in the U.S. every year. 23,000 kids, and I've heard some absolutely heartbreaking stories about it, and met some mothers that are surviving past their children. And to me, that as a mom, that's not a situation you ever want to be in.
So let's make sure our community gets involved with the American Heart Association. Donating, you can sponsor a CPR kit. I'm sure there are a ton of different options.
Absolutely.
And all different.
Many ways to help.
Many ways to help to get the education part out there. So, you're not just learning it on a show like this today, which was amazing, but we're getting our kids in there to actually feel, because it feels different when you do it yourself.
Yes, and they're starting to teach it in high schools now too. And I just want to make one more point. These AEDs can be used on anyone. So some AEDs have a pediatric button that you can press if the child is less than 8 years old, but 8 years old and up, adult AED. And if you don't have that pediatric button, it's okay to use it on a child.
It's better
don't
than
be scared.
nothing.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, great.
And if you don't have an AED, again, just
keep pushing.
The compressions.
That's right.
And that's it. Push hard, push
Pushing
fast.
and praying.
Yes.
Pushing and praying. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for having
This
us.
was so great, so educational for our viewers, and maybe we'll come back and do something else, or maybe we'll, talk about some of the education perspective, how people can get involved further.
Great. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Mohawk Valley Living TV. Make sure you pick up Mohawk Valley Living on newsstands now, and for more content, go to MohawkValleyLiving.com. See you next week.